An already ferocious bear high on cocaine. What could go wrong? What's going on, guys, and welcome to my review of Cocaine Bear. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this. I really do appreciate it and tuning in. So after $1 million worth of cocaine gets dumped into a forest, a bear injects all of it, making it one of the most deadliest creatures out there. I'm going to be bluntly honest. A friend of mine actually sent me the picture of this film months prior to its release. I thought it was a joke. I thought she was literally joking with me. And then I started hearing more news about it, and I'm like, oh damn, okay, so that's real. But I literally thought it was a joke. It looked fake to me, and it just looked like one of those fan-made, type pictures. And then I found out later on, okay, that thing is real. Wow. A bear high on cocaine, which is actually based on a true story. You know how Hollywood always has to put its spin on it to make it more interesting.
3 months later, park rangers found 40 empty bundles of cocaine, but also a black bear that overdosed after consuming it all.
To get right into it, let's start off the positives of Cocaine Bear. I think it should be said, the cast of this film was done pretty well, was cast really well. Starting with Isiah Jackson Jr., who's Ice Cube's son, and it kind of has like a little bit of a reputation of nepotism because of his dad getting the roles that his son did. But I thought he was pretty good in this movie. I think he's a really good actor ever since I saw him in Straight Outta Compton, which is actually based on his dad's life. You definitely know that he's Ice Cube's son. He's got that physique about him. In every move, there's a scene in this where it really reminded me of Ice Cube. I've seen plenty of Ice Cube's movies, and I know the way he moves, and that's the way Isiah Jackson sent out. He just has that vibe about him, like the apple doesn't far fall from the tree vibe. He plays one of the drug dealers that tries to go in this forest and retreat all this cocaine that has fallen. And I thought he did a really excellent job in this film. He's a great actor, and like I said, I see a lot of his father in him, and I really do hope he succeeds. I know he won't be like his father, but I hope he succeeds close to him. He's a really cool actor. And Keri Russell, I think she's a pretty cool actor. Though I do admit, I won't lie, the only other movie I've seen her in was Mission Impossible 3. I know that's some years back, but I thought she was pretty good in this movie. She plays a mother that tries to protect her kids from this monster out in this forest, tries to rescue them. And I thought she did pretty good. And I know she's got plenty of good titles under her belt, but she's a really good actor. She played a really cool part in this. And I thought she made a pretty good, I wouldn't say final girl, because this isn't a slasher, but still, I mean, she's dealing with a monster. She's dealing with this big-ass monster bear that's killing people, so I'd say that gives her a good enough right to be called a final girl. But she was pretty cool. She was pretty good in this. Then you got Ray Liotta in one of his final starring roles. To be honest, I had no idea. I may have caught wind of it, but I totally forgot that this guy passed away. When they said in memory of Ray Liotta, I was like, what? Shit, how did I miss that he died? And then I looked it up, and it was summer of last year, and I was like, damn, how the hell did I miss that? Same with DMX. But Ray Liotta, he was pretty cool in this. He plays the drug kingpin, I guess the main baddie, if you want to call him, aside from the bear. And I thought he did a really good job, and I've seen plenty of his movies. I know he was a big deal back in the 90s. He'll be very missed. But this was his last starring role, his final role, and I thought he went out with a bang. I just always favored him as an actor, and kind of saddened me to get that reminder of his passing. The music in this was really good. Now, I'm a late 80s child, but I grew up with the best. I grew up with a lot of 80s music. I have like tons of CDs of the 80s, and their music choices for this film was not bad at all. Of course, the film was set in the 80s, so it perfectly makes sense. The film was set in the 80s, which makes sense. so I knew I was in for a treat there. You know, the music choice was definitely good. Bear sequences was awesome, particularly one sequence involving an ambulance, which is what I'm going to associate this movie from now on until I'm dead.
Higher, baby, and don't ever come down.
That was awesome within itself. And it was really cool seeing the bear do its thing to let you know that this was full of carnage candy, blood and gore. For all you gore hounds out there, you'll definitely be satisfied. You definitely get that horror feel. They're out in this woods. It's not like there was much night scenes, but you're out in the forest. Nobody can hear you scream. Definite horror vibe, core cliche if you want to call it. It gave you plenty of action, especially in those bear scenes. Especially when the bear was doing his thing and chasing after people and ripping them a new one. It's a great time. It's a very, very fun time, but not all was smooth, unfortunately, as we dive into the mix. The humor. Now, I think comedy has pretty much been dead for the past 5 to 6 freaking years. Which is pretty sad because comedy used to be king. But the humor in this, aside from 2 scenes, which I won't lie, just about had me tearing up just about. That's why this is in the mix. But the humor in this, some landed, others just felt flat. It felt dry, stale.
A bear?
It was 4!
Hey, that's inappropriate.
The director of this, Elizabeth Banks, she's good. She's known for comedy when she's acting, but behind the camera, not so much. Just felt bland. Other than those 2 scenes, which almost had me dying, of laughter. The rest, no. Now on to the negatives. I didn't feel like the tone was that much to talk about, was all that. It did feel a little sluggish at times. See, I'm a hard audience when it comes to this. If you're not going to give me solid jokes through and through, then what's the point? Again, going back to how Elizabeth Banks is as a filmmaker, no offense to her, I think she's great as an actor. I really enjoyed what she brought. Mostly TV is what I've seen her in, like Scrubs, 30 Rock. That's mostly what I've seen her in, and she was pretty funny in those. I like what she brings as an actor, but not behind the camera. I absolutely loathed what she did to Charlie's Angels in 2019. I hated that. Compared to the first 2 that Mick G brought, that one that Elizabeth Banks directed back in 2019, hell no. She ruined that for me. I hated that. I wish I could forget it. But at least with Cocaine Bear, I had way more of a good time. I liked this film way more than that one. So in the end, guys, I really had a kick-ass time in this movie. It was a fun ride and a happy accident. So Cocaine Bear, what was your thoughts on it? Have you seen it yet? Did you have fun with this? Did you enjoy seeing a big, bad, ferocious bear tear people a new one? Or was this not for you? Was this not in your landmine? Leave me a comment down below and give me your thoughts. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this. I really do appreciate it. Like, subscribe, comment, and share this video. And make sure to click that bell icon so you don't miss a thing. And I will see you on the next one. Peace.